Speaking of protesting the government. So yesterday was day 33 of consecutive protests in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. And so I'm walking there, and like I see there's just so many cop cars, like, and they're all like in different areas. Now I want to be very like, it's something to like, when you find the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department in Elizabeth City, like for the past 33 days, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo scenario. Like, the Pasquotank County Sheriff's cars are always trying to hide in the back. They're always trying to be somewhere else. They're always trying to be in the worst, like, you know, like the furthest away position, because they know what they did. They fucked up, folks. They know what they did, right? And so when I was walking downtown, I saw that there was some Pasquotank County Sheriff's cars just like kind of chilling on the street, like 4 or 5 blocks away from public safety. So I find that interesting. Now, and then when I get to the sheriff's department, right? So this is me walking to the sheriff's department, and look, there's so many sheriffs. And when I get to the sheriff's department, there's no sheriffs to be found. What's going on there? So yeah, we get ready, and so we start marching. We start marching through town. And we had a pretty decent crowd, but it was super fucking hot yesterday. It was so fucking hot. And so a lot of people, like, decided to take we have a little bus in the back of the protests for, like, you know, mostly for elderly people or, like, young kids if they get tired, right? And so, but a lot of people ended up, like, sticking in the bus because it was so goddamn hot. But we did a pretty decent demonstration. We walked downtown through Ehringhaus, down to, I believe, Water Street, down to the bridge, and then we shut down the bridge for like fucking 10 minutes, and then we fucked off. So that was kind of the idea. And we tried to like walk as slowly as possible throughout the march, because, you know, it was pretty hot, and we were already content on doing like a little bit of a shorter one as it is. And so we decided to walk a little bit slowly. I got this like really good camera angle, you know, it's like, damn, right, there you go. And so here we are approaching the bridge. This is the crowd, and the bridge is over there. It's like, you know, in that direction. Actually, it's not in that direction. It's in that one, or I don't know. It's in some direction, as you can see. And so now we're on the bridge, and then we're leaving the bridge. They shut down the bridge for us. So one of the things that they do is they just like draw the bridge or whatever the fuck. And so like, you know, they drew the bridge, and then we got the fuck out of there. So I guess that's why they didn't threaten to arrest us, because like that was like maybe a regularly scheduled, I don't know. But either way, they didn't threaten to arrest us. And so we marched down back to public safety, and you know, we wrap up and we talk about what we're gonna do tomorrow. And next weekend, we got some plans for next weekend as well. And so, again, the main goal here is to do a demonstration every single motherfucking day. And if some of them are a little bit shorter, that's okay. Because as long as we are actually planning to do things that are actually, like, more radical, that are actually going to be longer forms of protest, that are going to be more varied forms of protest. And that's what we've been doing. Like, you know, we've been holding down the fort. We've been having at least one demonstration per day, but also, like, you know, we're planning what we're going to do next week, what we're going to do on Thursday, what we're going to do on Tuesday, what we're going to do on Wednesday, right? So we're constantly planning, like, days and days out. And then, like, you know, if someone says, hey, I can get 10 people down here on Thursday, then it's like, all right, well, we're going to do a little bit more of a thing on Thursday, you know, like, so that's kind of what we're doing here. And so we got a lot of plans coming up. I believe, to my understanding, there is going to be a plan where we bus people to Washington, D.C. I don't know if I'm going to participate in that yet. I'm like 50-50 on that. I would like to, but also I don't know if people are going to stay behind and do protest action in Elizabeth City. And if people do stay behind, I would rather stay behind. But if like every single protester goes to D.C. and we have empty days of Elizabeth City, which I would prefer not to have, right? But like, you know, so some people are going to be going to Washington, D.C., but, you know, I'll have more details on that at some point. But it really depends. It really depends on how it breaks, you know, like, it really depends. I think if it's just for like a day, maybe 2 days, it'll probably be good. But, you know, I'd really want to make sure that there's not like an empty day in Elizabeth City protest-wise. So If that's the case, we might like plan a protest, like earlier or in the evening or something, like I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we are planning some stuff. There's also people are planning on going to Raleigh, which is the state capital, and do some other protest things there. Also, there's a lot of people in Raleigh that, also love to protest the government, right? So it's like, okay. So there you go. 33 straight days of protesting. I mean, that's incredible, folks. It's incredible. If you would have told me 34 days ago, like, if you would have told me half the shit that's happened, like, not even, like, maybe 10%. If you would have told me, like, 10% of the things that I've experienced in the last, 5 weeks, I would probably call you a crazy person. And so, like, that's kind of the world that we're living in. And so it's crazy to me that there's like actual protests in Elizabeth City, like, and there's just so like, and people like are actually as angry about things as I am. Like, what? Okay. So like, right. Hold the phone, folks. Right. Okay. So there's protests in my city. Okay. It's not just like a one-off. Because last year when George Floyd was killed, we had there was like a one-off, and then there's like a couple other demonstrations, right? But you're going to tell me, okay, so there's going to be protests every day for 33 days straight. I'm going to be hiding in bushes, running away from police officers as they, scream, arrest the media, right? I'm going to be, fucking, considering jumping into a river because I've been kettled by police officers, right? I'm going to be, just all of this shit that's happened, it's been pretty fucking insane. It's been crazy, folks. And I really just, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I really don't know what to say. Today is the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd's murder. That's also crazy. Goddamn. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. 2021 is popping. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm super grateful to have this opportunity to have a community that is willing to protest the government to such an extreme. And again, it's like one of those things where it's like you don't expect police murders to happen down the fucking street from you. There's all these high-profile police murders, and it's like city after city after city, and then boom, one of them is like right here. That's crazy, right? That's a little kooky, right? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's a little weird. That's not something you expect to happen, but I guess it does. And again, there's been a lot of cities that have protested after police shootings that haven't protested for 33 days straight. And so, I don't know, it's an incredible feat. I think people need to take a step back and realize, it's been a month, it's been a fucking month, and, it's only gotten worse. We have been protesting for a month, and we are further away from the goal. Andrew Womble, the district attorney, pulling the fuck shit. We are further away from the goal than we were when we started. And I mean, I don't know. I guess you could say we're close. I don't know. It depends on how you view that, but I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. This whole thing is just, my feet are fine. My feet are great. I have gotten in such good shape, from the waist down, that it's incredible. And it's only going to get better, and that's the other thing. I'm in such good shape from the waist down. It's only going to get better, and then there's going to be a point where I have to focus on the waist up, and that's just going to be something I have to deal with. But until then, I can run like a motherfucker. I can run like a motherfucker. My feet are fine. My calves are fine. My fucking legs in general, they're fine. They can run. I can get the hell out of there if I need to. So that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, again, the protests have just been crazy, and I'm just so happy that there's a community here that's willing to put time and energy into this, and it's been just a giant boon to my life, meeting so many new people. And so again, I just want to say, the number one goal of protesting is community outreach. Number one, all times. That is the golden rule of protesting. So there you go. That's it. Did a good job so far. I don't know what to tell you. That's, it's a pretty short day, but pretty good protesting nonetheless.